Hey everyone. So in this live stream, I am going to take you through a process of creating a proactive plan of self-care. But ultimately it comes down to helping you feel good so you can make better decisions. Are you ready? My name is Laura Erdman-Luntz and I've been a life coach for over 25 years. I'm also the author of my Inspirational Year, which we're going to talk about a little bit. It's a journal for helping take you through your most inspired year ever. And really it's about helping you remember any kind of goals that you want to achieve for the year. You know how easy it is to fall back into the old way and to let those goals fall away, and instead this journal helps you keep coming back. It reminds you it's time to do this again. Every month you revisit your goals and you get back into setting intentions and doing your action steps. Yeah, you're still gonna fall away. It's okay, we all do. Every month you come back and you remind it. The other thing I do in the journal is every month I take you through a new topic, some way to increase your self-study, to improve your ability to be successful. So tonight we're going to be doing the second month. You can get the journal, by the way, if you want, but you don't have to. You can just follow along without it. It'll give you spaces to fill in and that sort of thing, which is kind of nice and good quotes, etc. But you don't have to get it. Just follow along. Tonight we're on month 2. It's okay if you haven't seen any. You can still watch this one. There is no particular order to the additional topics. There really isn't a particular order, so you can join anytime. All right, so we're going to talk about the power of feeling good. One of my very favorite quotes is, "Life is a selection, nothing more," by Emerson. Think about it. Life is a selection. We're making decisions all of the time, and there's no such thing as a neutral decision. All decisions are either making us stronger or making us weaker, and we can argue it all night. And you will not convince me there's any such thing as neutral. You're either getting stronger by your decisions, and that includes the snack you're eating, the way you spend your time, the thoughts you're having, the people you spend your time with, your work, your hobbies. They're either making you stronger, taking you toward your dream, or they're making you weaker and pulling you away from your dream. Think about it. Now, what makes it hard to make the stronger decisions is they tend to be not as much fun in the moment. We tend to lean towards those easy decisions that keep us where we are, right? It just makes sense. You know, is it easier to and more fun to eat the healthy snack of broccoli over brown rice, or is it more fun to eat the cookie? Is it more fun to have the cup of tea at night or the glass of wine? Is it more fun to sleep in the morning or exercise in the morning or sleep in the morning, right? Life is a selection. In order to start shifting and changing your life, you've got to make those choices that might be a little tricky in the moment, but they take you where you want to be in the long run. So one of the things I recommend is to help yourself feel good, because the better you feel, the more likely you're going to pick the stronger, the decision that's going to make you stronger in the long run versus weaker in the moment. Okay? When you are feeling well rested, inspired for chatting with a friend, or you just worked out, you are going to pick the snack that is nutritious and grounding. If you are stressed out, exhausted because you didn't sleep well, you are going to reach for the cookie and the things that aren't as good for you. Right? That's just your snack. But seriously, we are talking, if we're going for your inspirational year, we are talking about making changes in your life that are a little bit more profound, a little bit bigger. And we will have lots of these decisions between the things that make us stronger and the things that make us weaker. What can we do to help us make, ensure we make the strong decisions, but we aren't always. Occasionally you're going to make these decisions. That's okay. But we need to make sure that the majority of our decisions are taking us toward being stronger, right? You with me? Okay, here's what I recommend. What usually happens to many of us, and I'm speaking about myself as well as the hundreds, I think at this point probably thousands of life coaching clients I've had over the years, is we let our cup go empty. And that, I'm talking about your energy, right? We our time is being pulled in 1,000 different directions. We're doing this, we're doing that. This person needs that person needs this, and there's Facebook who needs my attention, and Instagram, and maybe you have a blog, or you have some hobbies, or there's all these things going on all the time, pulling us in so many directions. Our kids, and our cup, we just let our cup go empty. And I gotta tell you, as a mom, and as speaking from many moms' perspectives, we often let that cup be empty for a very long time before we stop and go, I have got to do something for myself to fill my cup up. And I think we're so empty that you just put a couple of drops in the cup and you're like, oh, I feel so much better. Much less having it be full. And what I contend is we want that cup to be full and running over. And people get the runoff. And our cup stays totally full. Now, that takes being proactive. So instead of reactive, my cup is empty, I'm going to do something, we're going to be proactive. I'm going to do something regularly, whether or not I need it. Now that last part's because you need it. But we are used to not doing anything for ourselves until we absolutely need it. So what you want to do is create a feel-good plan. Okay? This is a proactive feel-good plan. And what I recommend you do is a daily, weekly, monthly, annually, and then a quickie list. So I'm going to quickly go through all of these, and I definitely recommend you put this into action. So daily, do something every day that helps you feel good. Okay, and maybe it just takes 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be anything really big. Just something that you do every day that helps you feel good. This could be a cup of tea. It could be simply running your diffuser, love my diffuser, in the bathroom while you shower. You have to shower anyway. So how about you get some oils going, or maybe light a candle or something, and you take a shower, and it just helps you feel good in that moment. Maybe it's a little fresh air. Maybe it's taking a quick walk to the mailbox and back, but with the express intention of helping you feel better. I am doing this to help myself feel better. And the reason you have to say that is because you can go for a lovely walk in the afternoon and be stressed out the whole time and come back not feeling any better than when you left. But when you set the intention, that really does change everything. It will set the intention in your mind that this is different. Okay? So do one thing every day. It's really good if you do the same thing at the same time because it really sets up the habit to make it easier. Maybe do a few yoga stretches before bed, or go to bed 10 minutes early and read a novel, or something that helps you feel good. Okay? That's one. Daily. Weekly. Do something a little bit bigger once a week. So you have a self-care time once a week. So maybe it is a yoga class, or maybe you go drive someplace to take a walk around a nature preserve. I had a client who did that. She said, it's 5 minutes away. It takes me 20 minutes to walk around, 5 minutes back. It's 30-minute commitment. I really need to be doing this, and it makes me feel so good. And she started with just once a week, and now she does 3 to 4 times a week easily. It just, once you start, it gets easier. I had another client, I love this. She had what she called Wednesday lunch. She said, I have a whole list of friends, and she ended up discovering she had 12 friends, with whom she always said, let's do lunch, but they never did. I'm sure you can appreciate this. And what she did was started scheduling Wednesday lunch with these people. And when she got through the whole list, so it took her 3 months to get through her whole list, she started over and scheduled a lunch with the first person. So every 3 months she was having lunch with a friend. But she was doing it every week with different friends. Isn't that a great idea? She said, I love it. It makes me feel so special. It's wonderful. Okay, so daily, weekly, monthly. Once a month, take a retreat day. And I'm starting to think we need to do a retreat day together. I even have a plan to help you put the retreat day together. But here's what you do on your retreat day. You retreat. Okay? You don't work. You don't cook unless you love to cook. You don't clean unless you like to clean. You do what fills you up. If 3 movies in a row fills you up, you watch 3 movies in a row. If a hot bath and yoga and a walk outside and no TV and no sound fills you up, that's what you do. if you enjoy going out to lunch or a massage or chiropractic appointment or a pedicure, or if the budget allows, any of those things, that's what you do. And you do it once a month. You check your calendar and you cross it off. And yes, you can totally do this with kiddos in tow. I did this with my kids. I started this when my kids were little. And we would do things we liked to do together that I enjoyed. So I got to pick. But sometimes we would have an afternoon movie marathon and make a big bowl of popcorn and maybe chocolate chip cookies that we ate with it. And we watched movie after movie. It was so relaxing. Or we'd go swimming, because I really love to go swimming. We have lots of really great local lakes, and I just love to go to a lake and sit on the beach and swim. You can absolutely do it with your kiddos. Or maybe you trade with a mom and you take a cherished bath and a nap. I did that a couple of times. That was amazing. And you know what else I did? I went to Target by myself. That was so much fun. Think about what nourishes you and fills you up, and that's what you do on your retreat day, once a month, whether or not you need it, because I guarantee you need it. We rate whether or not we need this by how empty our cup is. Let's instead see our cup is full and keep it full, okay? So annual is the fourth one. Annual is doing something annually. When you can take a time to pull yourself out from your everyday life somehow, some way. You know, if you can go to a hotel, great. Go to a retreat center for a weekend, great. Just a couple of days when you can be away from the daily grind, so to speak, and be able to say, wow, is this where I want to be? Is this the life I want? Is this where I want to be when I grow up, right? And some areas of your life are going to be like, that is awesome. Others, yeah, I need to shift the trajectory here. This is not where I wanted to be. This is not what I was planning. And it's time to shift. Okay? So that's what you do annually. Now, if keep in mind that you don't have to spend money on these, okay? You can do so much of this without any money at all. You can absolutely pull yourself out of your life for a couple of days while being at home, even with the kids. You know, you're going to say, I'm going to take a few walks during this time. I need to get out. I'm going to go in my room at night and shut the door and just have quiet time. You bet you can totally do this. And I'm answering these questions because these are usually the follow-up questions I get to all of this. Now, the last thing I listed was quickies. What is your quickie list? This is what you turn to when your vibe is so low. All you want to do is sit on the couch, watch TV, and eat potato chips. We all get there. I get there too. I have those days. And what you need to do is get proactive. The tendency is to just let yourself sink into that, and you can be there for days, weeks, months, years without pulling yourself out. And part of the reason is it's hard to identify that you're there when you're there. But you're going to start now that we've had this chat, right? Here's the thing when you're in the low. And actually, I had a low last Friday, really low. And what happens when you're in that low is first identifying that you're in a low is tricky, but you can do it. And the second thing is you can't think of what to do. It's the weirdest thing. I'm telling you, I too forget. It's because in that vibration, you don't have the best thoughts. So you think, there's nothing I can do. I can't think of anything. So you need to write it down, and you need to make sure you write down your list. So your list would be things you can do super quickly in a matter of minutes, seconds even. Drink a glass of water. That actually shifts your vibration. What that means is you go from low to even to here, but then once you've gone to here, you've got access to better behaviors, even more things like, what I could also do. So for example, for me, one of my quickies, water, but another one is fresh air. If I just crack a window and take a breath of fresh air, and I'm in Minnesota, and my winters can be mighty cold, but I will still take a breath of fresh air if it's 20 below. And I'm telling you, when you do that, then I'll feel like I feel a little better, and I think, I could put on my shoes and walk to the mailbox, which is at the end of my driveway and all of about 200 feet away from my house. And then I'll often say, I can walk down the block. Maybe I could go around that lake. Maybe I could do a little bit more. And that's what happens. Your vibe's slowly going up. So make sure you have a quickie list. Phoning a friend, having a friend who really knows you. I have a couple of friends who really know me, and I say, I'm going down. And they say, okay, have you had your water? Did you drink your water? I'm going to sit here and talk to you while you drink. Go get it right now. Did you have your breath of fresh air? And it's fabulous because in a matter of moments, I'm in a whole new space. All right? So when you do this and you are proactively keeping yourself filled up, you are way more likely to stay on top of your inspirational year. You're way more likely to make the decisions that help you feel good than the ones that make you weaker. Okay, you want to keep focusing on the things that help make you stronger to be able to make the decisions you need to make that are taking you forward in your life rather than keeping you treading in place. All right, guys, so thank you for joining me. You can join me next month. I'm going to keep going with this. You can also go to my blog, lauraerdmanluntz.com/blog. And in the categories, there is a My Inspirational Year category. You can click on that and find all the other posts that I've done on the journal. Again, you may want the journal. You don't have to have it. You can certainly follow along with everything that I've done already. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in March when we talk about our next topic. Have a great day, everyone. Take care.